depending on just, you know, your flexibility level. So if you feel like you need a block, go ahead, grab one. If you don't have a block at your house, you can always grab a book. I've been suggesting that for the last few weeks, and that works pretty well too. So if the few minutes that we have before class gets started, if you need one of those, go ahead and grab one. I'm gonna open the window in here so I get a little breeze. My husband's got like all these electronics in his office, and it's like the heat from the electronics makes this room like the hottest room in the house.
I can imagine.
Oh, it's like 20 degrees warmer in here than the rest of the house you walk in here. It's good for hot yoga.
Absolutely. All right, I've started putting everybody on mute just to help with the feedback.
Sure.
So have a great class.
Thanks, Jana. We still got a couple minutes, yogis, before we're gonna get started. Another thing that we've been suggesting as well, because we can't play music on our end, there's just too much like feedback. So if you do want to practice with music, go ahead really quick before we get started and just start a playlist if you prefer to, and just keep it nearby. You guys get to see my dogs in the background. I'm sure they'll be watching the whole time.
That's my favorite part of every class. All the animals show up. I love it.
Dogs hanging out, yeah, I know. They just don't understand why they can't come in this room right now.
That's right.
All right, yogis. Damien, can you get two? Sorry, please. All right, let's get started, yogis. We're going to get started in Supta Baddha Konasana. So go ahead, take a moment, bring the soles of your feet together, and then let those knees get wide. If you're feeling tight in those hips, you can always place your flaps, your low start, your pillows underneath your legs. And then go ahead and just start to recline down onto your back. Lay down on your mat. You can bring one hand to your stomach, one hand to your heart. Gently start to close your eyes. If this is not comfortable at all, start to bring the soles of your feet onto the outer edges of the mat, and then allow the knees to just fall in towards each other. So just take a moment here, start to notice what feels right for you this evening. And close your eyes, breathe in and out of your nose, and just start to settle in. So take a moment here to settle in. Take a nice big inhale through your nose, fill up fully. And then a big open mouth exhale. And another one. Inhaling, really starting to fill up those lungs, feel the ribcage expand. Pause for a moment. And then big sigh out your mouth, let go of all of that oxygen. Emptying out your lungs completely. And this time we're going to start to activate our Ujjayi breath here. So go ahead, inhale through your nose, pause at the top, and then with that same force out of your nose, big exhale out your nose. Good. Starting to just start to soften your mind, let all those to-do lists go. And then with your next inhale, gently just start to flutter open your eyes. Bring your knees into your chest. And we're just going to make a couple small circles on the ceiling with our knees. moving in both clockwise, counterclockwise direction. Go back and make a massage. And then begin to find some stillness, bring both feet down to the mat. And we're going to keep our left foot rooted right where it is. And then bring that right ankle onto the left thigh. So we're making like a figure four with our legs here. You can stay right where you are and then just use your right hand to press that right thigh away from the body. Or if you want a little bit more, lift that left foot off of the ground so you have that 90-degree bend in that left knee. And then bring your hands to interlace behind your left thigh. See if you can keep your shoulders rooted down into the mat. And take an inhale where you are. And as you exhale again, just start to press that right elbow into the right thigh. A nice stretch in that right hip flexor. Breathe here. And just start to soften. Maybe your eyes are still closed. And one more round of breath where you are, inhaling. And with your exhale, just gently start to release both feet back onto the mat. And then this time we're going to switch sides. So right foot's going to stay where it is. Left ankle comes onto the right thigh. And then again, take it to that same spot we did on the other side. So maybe you're right here and you're just gently pressing that left thigh away from the body. So hand to the left thigh and just press it away. Or maybe you start to take that right foot off the mat and release your hands. Hold and breathe. Take a few breaths right where you are. And just starting to notice how your body feels in this posture. So not judging in any way, but maybe you're starting to notice if your hips are a little bit tighter this evening, or maybe they feel pretty good. One more inhale where you are. And gently release, exhale. We'll bring those knees back into the chest. This time just a couple rocks side to side. And then we're going to find some stillness and set up for happy baby pose. So start to flip the soles of the feet so that they're facing up towards the ceiling. Flexing into the feet, so you've got to bend into the knees. Now we're going to bring our arms to the inside of the legs and then grab a hold of the feet with an outside grip. So you've got the feet at the pinky toe side of the foot. If you feel a little tight, you can always grab a hold of your ankles or your leg mid-calf. And just start to reach that low back onto the mat. Make sure it's rooted down. Maybe rock side to side a couple times. Breathe. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. And if your hands are on your feet, maybe you start to just press your hands into your feet a little bit more, just to get a little bit more opening in those hips. Go ahead, gently release, bring those knees back into the chest. And this time we're going to rock forward and back lengthwise along the spine. And we're going to come into a seated position. So you can do a few rocks forward and back, gain some momentum, and then come into that seated position and either bring your hands out in front of you and roll over your shins or swing your legs over to one side. We're just coming into our tabletop position. So we want to make sure that our shoulders are stepped over our wrists here. And then our hips are stepped over our knees. So hips over the knees, shoulders over the wrists. We're just going to flow through a few rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop that navel down. Traction the heels of the hands towards the knees. Gaze up slightly, relax the shoulders. And then exhale, start to round into the spine. Tuck the chin towards the chest. And then traction the heels of the hands and the knees away from each other. And just go ahead and move a few rounds. So inhale, C, curve your spine, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine for cat. You got a few more here, moving with your own breath. Maybe close your eyes. And if there's any other movement that feels good, go ahead and take that as well. Maybe some hip rolls or neck rolls. Go ahead, take one more full round of your cat-cow. And then after your next exhale, find that neutral spine. So come back into that tabletop position, hands and knees. We're gonna curl our toes under, lift our sit bones up and back, and find a downward facing dog. So you're in that upside down V shape here. And we're just gonna pedal up the feet, bring some movement into the lower body, and walk out our dog. Really start to press the heels of the hands into the mat. Press down with your thumb and your index finger. Get your ears in line with your forearms. And then begin to find some stillness. Bring your gaze back in between your legs. Take an inhale. As you exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet, but stop halfway here first. So we're still in a downward facing dog. We're just in like a shorter stance down dog. We're gonna take our right hand and grab a hold of our left leg with an outside grip. So we're coming around the outside of that left leg, and we're just gonna start to pull. So we're gazing underneath our left armpit. Draw your left hip back behind you. And then gently release and switch sides. Right hand down, left hand to the outside of the right leg. And then just gently start to pull, gazing underneath your right armpit. And release, continue to walk your hands all the way back towards your feet, finding a forward fold at the back of your mat. Your feet are hip distance here. We're grabbing hold of our elbows and just sway side to side. Come into your ragdoll position. Allow the back of the neck to get nice and long. The crown of the head gets heavy. And sway side to side. Shake the body, the head, yes and no. And then begin to find some stillness. Go ahead, bring your hands back down to the mat. Forward fold. As you inhale, hands come to shins, flat back, gaze down. Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold Uttanasana. Bend into the knees and then root down through the big toes. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Good. Bring your palms to touch overhead. And exhale, hands to prayer. Your feet are still hip distance here. Inhale, arms high. And then we're going to grab a hold of our right wrist with our left hand. Go ahead and lengthen, inhale. And as you exhale, come into a side stretch over towards the left side. Good. Use that left hand to really just lengthen that right side body. And then we're gonna, if you're feeling a little pretty good with your balance today, we're gonna start to play around with our balance. And then just maybe start to lift that right foot off of the ground a few inches. Press through the outside edge of that right foot. Draw the navel in. Good, breathe. And then gently come back to center, release. Reaching, engage, or switching your hands. Reaching those arms high, relax the shoulders, inhale. And then as you exhale, go ahead, side stretch over to the right. Draw that left shoulder back behind you. Gaze up slightly, and then if it feels good, maybe that left foot comes off the ground. Good, flex into that left foot, draw the navel in, breathe. Almost there. And then gently release, arms high, inhale. As you exhale, go post your elbows, gentle back bend, squeeze those shoulder blades. Arms high, inhale. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gaze down. Exhale, fold, walk your hands forward, downward facing dog. And then once you're in your down dog, go ahead, inhale, reach that right leg high, press through the right heel, and as you exhale, just start to bend into that right hip. So we're stepping our right hip over our left, and we're just gently tucking that left hip under. Start to press through the palms of your hands, And then think about reaching that right shoulder towards the left thigh. Square up those shoulders. Straighten out that right leg. Inhale, press to the heel. As you exhale, right knee, right elbow crunch. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow twist. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose around the spine, cat-like spine here. Inhale, right leg high. And exhale, step it all the way through so we're in a runner's lunge. So right knee over the ankle here. And then we're gonna bring our right hand to the inside of our right foot and just lower that left knee down towards the mat, onto the mat. Good. So both hands to the inside of that right foot. We're gonna keep our left hand rooted down, and then with that right hand, just gently press the right thigh away from the body. Gaze past the right shoulder. Just a couple breaths here, breathe. One more inhale. And then go ahead, gently bring that right hand back down to the mat. We're gonna hold here. If you're ready to go a little bit deeper, you can come onto your forearms. You can bring your forearms onto blocks if you'd like. You can always keep your hands on the mat as well. So just take a couple breaths here. Really start to bring that breath into that right hip. Good. One more breath. And now start to, with your hands where they are, start to lift that left knee off of the mat. And we're gonna find just in our legs, warrior two. So we're gonna find that heel to heel or heel touch alignment just in our lower body though. So your right foot is facing to the front of your mat. And then in our upper body, we're gonna start to walk our hands to the upper left-hand corner of our mat. So we almost got like a downward facing dog in our arms. Our ears are in line with our forearms. And then we've got warrior two in our legs. Start to reach your sit bones back behind you. Press through the outside edge of that left foot. Good, one more breath, inhale. As you exhale, we're walking our hands a quarter turn to the left, so we're coming into a wide leg forward fold. So our feet now are going to be facing in slightly, our heels are slightly out. So you're in that wide leg forward fold position. Take an inhale, lengthen and fold as you exhale. Start to bring your weight more towards the front of your foot. Reach your sit bones high. And then again, just like we do at the beginning of class, we want to allow the back of the neck to get nice and long and the crown of the head to get heavy. Go ahead, inhale, come up halfway. And then we're coming back to center. So come back into that runner's lunge. You're framing out that right foot, both feet face forward here. Come onto your fingertips. With your inhale, we're gonna sweep those arms overhead for our high crescent pose. Good. So your right knee's over your ankle here. We're drawing our right hip back behind us. And then think about reaching the back of that left hamstring up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. As you exhale, go pulse those elbows. Squeeze the shoulder like gentle backhand. Breathe. Arms high, inhale. And exhale, frame out that right foot. Press off of your left foot. We're going to come into a standing split just for a moment. Lengthen and fold. We've got 2 full breaths here. Press through that left heel. Let the crown of the head get heavy. And then up, halfway, inhale. Both feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gaze down. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, root to rise, all the way up to standing. Palms touch overhead, inhale. And exhale, hands to prayer, heart center. Good, beautiful job, yogis. Inhale, arms high. And exhale, big swan dive, hinge from the hips, chest to thighs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. We're gonna place our hands on the mat. And then yogi's choice, you can come right into your down dog. If you want a vinyasa, take a vinyasa. So I'll cue us for our first vinyasa here. You're gonna press your hands on the mat. We're gonna step back into our plank pose, our high plank pose. Rock forward, inhale. As you exhale, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog pose. Take a nice big inhale through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, and then downward facing dog. Go ahead, inhale your left leg high. Press through the left heel, and then as you exhale, bend into that left knee, stack your hips. This time our right hip is stacking underneath our left, and we're starting to reach that left heel towards the sit bone. Pop up through that right armpit, and then straighten out your left leg. Inhale, press through the heel. Exhale, left knee, left elbow crunch. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, right elbow twist. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, round that spine. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it all the way through, come into that runner's lunge. So we've got our left knee over the ankle here. We're gonna bring that left hand to the inside of the left foot, and we'll lower that right knee onto the mat. So your right hand is either on your mat or on the block right now, and we're just gonna use that left hand to gently press that left thigh away from the body. You can bring your gaze past your left shoulder. And it's okay if the ball mount of that big toe is coming off of the mat as well. So you can be on the knife edge of your foot if that's more comfortable. And then gently release both hands back to the inside of that foot. And then think about where you want to go. If you want to place your forearms on the mat, or maybe you place them on a block. Hold and breathe here. Just starting to release any tension in that left hip. So especially in a pose like this where we're really opening up through the hips, it's very common to hold tension, even like in your face and your jaw. So just do a quick body scan as you're in this posture and just start to mindfully allow your body to soften. And we're gently going to release out of that. So both hands come back to the mat. And we're going to start to lift that right knee off of the mat and set up for just in the lower body, that warrior two in the lower body. So heel to heel or heel to arch alignment here. Your left toes are facing the front of the room or the front of your mat. And then we're walking our hands to the upper right-hand corner of our mat this time. So we've got that down dog position in our upper body and that warrior two position in our legs. So our left knee's over the ankle, our sit bones are reaching back behind us. Draw your navel in and take an inhale. As you exhale, we're going to walk our hands a little bit more over to the right. So we've got that wide leg forward fold position. So toes slightly in, once again, heels slightly out. Take an inhale and lengthen, and fold, exhale. If there's a different variation of this posture, maybe you want to grab a hold of your elbows, or you can interlace your fingers. So yogi's choice, you can always take a different variation as well. Again, we're bringing the weight more though towards the front of the foot or towards the ball mount of the foot rather than the heels here. And we're going to allow those sit bones to reach nice and high as we start to reach our inner thighs back behind us. Relax the neck. And inhale up halfway. Good. Exhale, walk your hands forward to frame out that left foot. foot, so we're in our runner's lunge. Again, both feet are facing the same direction, the front of your back here. Onto your fingertips, inhale, arms high, high crescent pose, bend into that left knee. Draw that left hip back behind you, tuck the tailbone under slightly, and then lift up through the pelvic floor and reach those low abs in and up. Shoulders over your hips, inhale. As you exhale, go post your elbows, gentle back bend. Good, arms high, inhale. Exhale, frame out that left foot. We're coming into those standing splits. So press off of that right foot. We're balancing on our left. And then start to press through the right heel. Allow the back of the neck to relax. Come up halfway, inhale, and both feet forward, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands on the mat, and then yogi's choice here, either coming into your vinyasa, or we're gonna meet in a child's pose. Remember, if you're coming through your vinyasa, one breath, one movement. We'll come into that child's pose when you're ready. And we're just gonna take 2 rounds of breath in child's pose. So go ahead, take an inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. And again, inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Good, curl your toes under, lift your sit bones up and back, downward facing dog. And from your down dog, gaze forward, bend into the knees, engage the core. Exhale, hop or step forward, forward fold to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gaze down. Exhale to fold, bend the knees, root to rise, come all the way up to center. Palms touch, exhale, hands to prayer. Good. So from your Samasthiti, your neutral pose, we're going to start to spread those toes on that right foot nice and wide. So we just want to gently start to place the toes back onto the mat. And then we're going to start to lift that left knee off of that left foot off of the ground, bending into that left knee. And we're going to make a figure 4 with our legs. So we're going to bring the left ankle onto the right thigh. Think about really starting to press that knee back behind you, that left knee back behind you. Keep your eyes on one steady spot, and then start to just sink those hips down, just like you're sitting in a chair. Hold and breathe here. You can keep your hands at prayer. You can reach your arms forward if you'd like. We've got just a couple more breaths here. Flex into that left foot. Again, eyes on one steady spot. One more breath, inhale. And then as you exhale, gently come back up to standing. One leg Tadasana here, knee in line with the hip, and both feet down to the mat. Take a moment and walk it out. Find that neutral position. Once again, feet hip distance apart. This time on that left foot, we're going to separate those toes nice and wide and just gently place them onto the mat. So we want to make sure that we're really bringing the weight into the ball mount of that left big toe. So that's going to help us with our balance there. And we're going to start to lift that right foot off of the mat, knee in line with hip. Keep your eyes on that one same steady spot. And then make that figure 4 shape with your legs. Sink down, dropping those hips. See if you can keep your shoulders back, your chest is lifted. And then reach that right knee down towards the ground so you really start to feel that stretch. But breathe. Maybe you reach your arms out in front of you, shooting energy through all 10 fingers. One more breath, inhale. As you exhale, we're coming back up to standing, knee in line with hip, and then both feet down to the ground. Once again, walk it out for a moment and find some stillness. Arms overhead, inhale. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands on the mat. This time just come into a tabletop position. Swing your legs over to one side. Bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. So knees are bent. We're gonna reach our arms out in front of us. C, curve the spine, inhale. As you exhale, go ahead, lower all the way down onto your back. One vertebra at a time until you're completely lying down. And then we're gonna bring our knees into our chest. Bring your arms long like the letter T. Take an inhale. As you exhale, knees fall to the right, gaze to the left. You can place that right hand onto the top of the left thigh. Encourage that left shoulder down deeper. 2 breaths here. And inhale, back up through center, switching sides. This time, knees to the left, gaze to the right. Maybe the left hand to the top of the right thigh. Right shoulder roots down. 2 breaths. Just relaxing and softening with each breath. And back through center. Knees to the chest, take an inhale. As you exhale, forehead to knees, wind reading pose, hold for the inhale. And exhale, come into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Allowing yourself to relax completely. Bring your arms alongside your body, flip your palms up towards the ceiling. And we'll just take 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale through the nose. Open up, exhale. Again, inhale through the nose, filling up fully. Open up, exhale. And final one, inhale. Open up, exhale. Begin to bring movement back into the body. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Make circles with the wrists and the ankles. Begin to reach your arms over your head. Good morning stretch. And come onto your right side. Fetal position. Hold for the inhale. And exhale to your comfortable seated position. Eyes closed, hands to prayer, heart center. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. It is always truly an honor to guide you through your yoga practice. Go ahead, bring your thumbs to your third eye, center your forehead. The divine light in me humbly bows to the divine light in all of you. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Great job today, yogis.
Thank you, Andrea.
Bye. Thanks for joining.